Crazy Joe Schmo Show on location. We're in Princess's Castle. We had to put it back together with clear tape, scotch tape. Oh, she's got, we got, there's Ladybug. That's what Mummy calls Princess Charlotte. So we had a Zoom class on bears today. So I was refraining from some of my bear stories, but I shared it with my class after the Zoom class. Hey. Then we found this doggy. She looks just like Rainbow. Oh, she's very bored from our show. We called her Wiggles. Hey, lay down, Wiggles. Oh, she's a good girl. Oh, yeah, look at her there. All right, so the show was on bears. The teacher was going to do it on spiders, but there's too many students that don't like spiders. So we went with bears, and this year my oldest boy, Joey, had a bear run through the neighbor's yard, and the neighbor was chasing her dog, and he thought she was going to get attacked by the bear, so he had to go back out until the bear jumped over a fence like it was nothing, because it's an animal. So it was a happy ending. The dog didn't get eaten.
This is my thing.
This is your thing.
What's a bear with no teeth?
I don't know. What's a bear with no teeth?
A gummy bear!
Oh, a gummy bear. All right. So I was telling some animal stories.
Growling face.
And actually, it wasn't just bears. It was animals that are around here. So I had a couple animal stories, true stories. On 49, it was the deer season. I had been hunting this deer. I've only shot one deer. Took one shot, killed the deer, never wanted to do it again. But before I got my first deer, I was hunting this deer, and the hoofs were as big as a cow's. So he was over a couple 100 pounds. So that's pretty big for deer. And it got hit on 49. It's a road that goes from Spencer to Sturbridge. And I was having my wife pull over, and you could tag a deer. If you had a license, you could tag that deer, take it to the tagging station, and then it's your deer. So its rack was torn off. It was about 250 pounds. And I needed to tell the person I was coming back with my license to tag the deer. And I would bring it to a tagging station. So my wife said, you'd run a deer over with a car, which that could get you killed. They'd come up on the hood, go through the windshield, and kill you, and your passenger too. And I said, no, honey. Oh, yes, honey, with your car. But I wouldn't. That's insane. But she was being insane, so I went there. So then, on that same road, that was near the Sturbridge 49, Sturbridge East Brookfield line, with the high tension wires, my neighbor had a moose almost come out in front of the vehicle, and it hit the back of the vehicle, and the wife...
And then our dog crashed.
It almost flipped the vehicle, and his wife Pam, Dave was driving, his wife said, is the moose all right? And I would have said, if it isn't, I'm going to kill it. So their daughter is a police officer, so a state trooper asked him, he told him, how'd you do it? You know, that was great driving. I told him, Dave, I would have told him, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, I gave him the finger, and I gunned it, and he hit the back of my vehicle, and we made it out alive. How'd you do it? That was great driving. So, another story, there was a moose when I was in high school. We had a small yard, 60-foot square front yard. Yeah, she's going to train tigers. So there was this moose in our front yard. We're watching TV with my brothers. My mother said, there's a moose in the front yard. We thought she had lost her mind. And it was true. Our 50-foot square front yard had a moose and went down into the woods. The cops chased it out of the road. And the next day, they interviewed my dad, and they said, what did the moose remind you of? And the local paper